Hey, there we go. It works. Hey, it's Solo Sundays for the first time, I guess. Uh, I'm Mark. You know me. I am looking to play some more solo RPGs, and instead of just doing them by myself, I decided to do them on stream. So it's less solo than it would be otherwise. So there's a few I've been wanting to try out. In particular, I just got the book for Guild RPG's Rune, which I've been following for a little bit, and it's everywhere. So I'm not going to hold the book. Uh, it's relatively new. It kickstarted just a while ago. I just got the book, and I've been following along, reading the drafts and playtests and all that. And it's looked cool throughout, and it's been fun to watch all the changes and stuff. And I have not played it yet, even though it's a relatively straightforward little solo game. I don't think it's little. I think it's pretty. It's going to be pretty expansive. So the book comes with. Well, let me tell you. Rune is a game. It's basically I think it's supposed to be like a Souls-like. If you've played Dark Souls, I have not played any of those games, but I've heard about them endlessly. You're playing someone called the Engraved, which maybe you can see, or not. You are the world has been shattered by magic stuff into a bunch of different realms. You have been engraved with a rune that allows you to travel between these realms, and you go around the maps on these realms to fight bad guys and take their stuff and get better stuff so you can fight more guys. It's really neat in that all the realms seem to be pretty self-contained, but there's definitely a progression that makes it easier. I've only looked at the first one. There's a whole nother book of other realms, and I'm sure there's going to be no end of expansions because these are, you know, anyone can do them. This is what the realms look like. They're pretty cool. These are maps that have been generated by I forget where. It's super cool. I bet it's in the book. There's a one of the guys Wata Wata Bao WATABOU. Again, someone I've been watching for a while. Got lots of super cool generators. They've got some fun Twitter bots that do maps and stuff. So these are, or this one is, and some of the other ones I've seen are these generated maps which look like, you know, primo quality drawn maps. This is the Grim Coast, and each of these maps has a bunch of different points. You start at one point, that's your sigil, I think they call it, where you respawn when you die, and you travel to the different points. And each of the realms has each of the points on the realms has different things that you can do. You can search it. You can try and get lore. You can. There's one other action you can do. Search, get lore, delve, which is like a little more in-depth thing, or you can fight. And fighting is where a lot of the action is going to happen. Clearly, the fighting's pretty cool. Your character is basically made up of your equipment. There's a bunch of different equipment cards. You have weapons and gear, and you can carry 3 runes. And they give you different bonuses in combat. How does combat work? Oh boy, let me tell you. I should probably have this on screen, but the book is really really nice. It just feels good in your hands. It's got like the art is like simple but super super fun, and it's really like nicely. There's a lot of room to breathe in it. So you fight on this 4x4 grid, which seems kind of simple at first, but is, oh boy, it is tense. You can basically let's see, what are the actions? I should have prepared for this a little bit maybe. You can basically, there's 5 steps in each round of combat. You see how the enemy moves, or you determine enemy actions by rolling on their little tables. Then you let them move. Then you get your actions again by rolling, and different cards have different pieces of equipment on their cards, have different things that happen when you roll differently. Decide those actions, and then move yourself. And then everyone deals harm simultaneously. If there's other actions that go off, they go off then. and then you repeat until everyone's dead. When you die, you just go back to your sigil. Sometimes there's penalties for the realm, and yeah, that's it. You just want to go and kill the Rune Lord at the end, the boss. So I'm gonna play through the one that came with the book, the Dread Coast, Grim Coast, and just see how it goes. I imagine I'm gonna do really bad at it at first, so that's totally cool. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. One other thing, since this is a thing. Oh, you know what? I have the book up. Dum dum. Hey, I can flip through the book. I did this on purpose so you could see all this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this cool stuff. Look at that. Look at that art. It's so good. So simple and so nice. Round clock. Where's the grid? See, there's the grid. So in the book, it looks like this. It's really simple. I mean, you don't even really need a grid. Just have some way to keep track of things on a 4x4 area. It's so simple to keep track of. Um, I'm going to do what I do. I'm just using character keepers for all of our online games, and I put together a character keeper for other solo games. So hey, let's take a look here. Here's my character keeper for. Here's the same combat grid in Google Sheets. Why did I do that? I don't know, because it seemed fun at the time. So pop that up. Boom. So this is the template that I made. It has item cards here. See the different weapons and gear and runes do different things. And this is the main character sheet. You always start off with 10. I don't think you give yourself a name. You're just the engraved. You start off with 10 health, 2 stamina. Stamina is how many dice you roll, and lore is start at 0. That's how much you know about the place that you're in. So, and that goes up as you go, and you have to get a certain lore score to unlock certain things. Super cool. So I made this simple character keeper. It's not it's not a multiplayer game, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to paste the URL for that in the chat if you want. I think if I can do that, maybe. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well. What did I just do? Did I just give like 3 audio captures? Still figuring out OBS, guys, after all these years. So I will. Let's see. That chat doesn't work. Let me pop open another window with Twitch chat so I can actually see everybody. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Woo woo. If anyone, I don't know if you can go back and look at the chats. It's in the chat right now. Hello, hey, it's Misha. What's up? So you can use that character keeper. You can make copies of it, or you can just watch me. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, this is the template here, as we can see. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of it. I have not used it, and things. I can't talk and type at the same time. Things are going to change as I figure out the game, and we'll fix it there. I'm probably also going to submit a copy to the call it after I put it through its paces for a bit. But yeah, so to make a guy, you start off with 10, 2, and 0, and then you pick your starting stuff. I copied the starting equipment out of the book. I don't know which ones are good or bad. Basically, these are when you roll stamina, you can use a die to pick an action for one of the weapons, or you can add 2 dice and then use that number as a number. So if I get more than 2 stamina, I'll have more options. But right now I don't. Right now I have 2 stamina, and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the basic sword and shield and see how those work. And if they don't work good, then we'll get fancy stuff later. So long sword. I'm just gonna copy these. We will be getting more cool stuff as the game progresses. Part of the way you don't level up or anything. The way you get better is get better equipment. So over here, here's the template, so you can use that. what kind of gear? Let's see. So gear kick off under certain conditions and give you certain benefits. So these boots, if you don't get a move from your weapons this round, so some of the weapons let you do harm, move, block, all that stuff. So this one's, if you don't get a move from weapons, you get +1 move. That seems okay. Red ground, I'm a little bit scared of. If you have enemies in 2 adjacent spaces, you can deal +2 harm, but then you take +1 harm as well. And healing seems like a difficult thing to come across here, so I'm not sure I want to do that. I think I'm going to go for the Amulet of Dawn here. This, if you get doubles or a pair on your dice, you get to heal a harm. And like I said, harm seems to be difficult to come by, so anything that heals you, I am all for. And then, so you can hold up the 3 runes. You get 1 at start. That's like the rune that activated you, so you could go dropping along the realms there. And again, each rune is more powerful stuff. So 1 just gives you +2 health. 1 lets you use a weapon twice in a single round. Normally, you can use each one once. When you kill a unique enemy, which are kind of mini bosses, you regain all your health. And you can re-roll any ones, or but if you do that, you lose a health. Those top 2 seem pretty good. I feel like a good offense is a good offense, so I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna take Fate's Fury. Fate's Fury lets me use a weapon twice in a round, once per fight, and we'll see how the rolling works as we go along. And that's it. I just made a guy. And gave him stuff. So let me find, where are we here? I'm going to go to our, I put this book up for a reason, so I can show you the realms. And I'm going to find you a realm. Here we go. And so there's kind of 2 phases. There's the exploration phase. So I'm going to use this view for the exploration phase. So we're going to go to the Grim Coast here. And so we're going to go around the Grim Coast. And when we get to a fight, we'll switch to the battle map and do that. And I put the... there we go. I put the... So many windows. Now I know why folks have like 20 monitors. Battle map is up here, so as we do battle, I'll change over to this view. But right now, we are going to be in exploration mode with the rune cam. So we're in the Grim Coast. Icy wind blows against your grave-marked skin. Apparently, I've died a whole bunch of times and come back. A heavy weight hangs in the air of the Grim Coast. Atop a hill in the distance, a singular keep above desolate land. Carving the sigil into the ground, you prepare yourself. So that's my respawn point. And so I'm going to start here at number 1. This realm has a different cool thing. So realms are, the worlds, the little areas you're going to do in. Each realm can have like different special rules. There's countdown clocks and stuff that do different things. So this realm has a clock that is a day and night phase. So I'll make a little counter on the main tab, I guess, so to keep track of that day and night clock. And basically, when you move between points or do an action at a point, you're going to tick that clock. When the clock ticks over, it's going to change from day to night. And different things happen in day to night. So yeah, like this one, different things. So I'll put that on the keeper when we get there. And yeah. So also different things happen when you die. You always go back to your sigil. In this realm, when you die, you get a little curse. So we're going to roll a d6. We get -1 move in the first round of combat, take an extra harm in the first round of combat, so hang back. -1 stamina first round of combat, so we're only rolling 1 die, which seems rough. And then that goes away when you complete a fight. Doesn't seem terrible, but I'm not happy about it. So let's just not die. So yeah, let me hook up this here. Can you see my cursor over here? No. Oh well. I'm going to hook up this realm clock. So basically I'm just going to make a 4 clock and take it back and forth. And I'm going to do that off screen, so you don't have to watch me fuss with Google Docs here. I'm not gonna make it fancy. I'm just gonna say day night clock, and I'm just gonna put 4 checkboxes in. Insert checkboxes, and I'm gonna say day or night. Day or night. Boop. And a little formatty doodle there. Doodle-doo. Make that nice. So picky about my Google Docs. And do. Cool. And so right now it is. Yeah, let's do it this way. Boom. Cool. Let me actually switch over this so you can see. So here in the Keeper, I've made a little day-night clock. I'll just go ahead and get that little border, because why not? So this is going to be, day is going to be bold during the day, and I'll switch it over to night when it's night. Easy. I can make it more fancy later on. I have some fun clock stuff from the Blades games, but for now, let's go ahead and switch back to the Rune Cam and take a look at what we're going to do. So we start off at sigil. We've drawn our sigil in the ground. It's carved into the very soul of this realm, connecting me with it. This is a place of rest, recovery, and rebirth. So whether it's day or night, I can always rest here. I think that's across the board in every realm, that you can always rest at your sigil. It recovers all of your health, and more equally important, it unmarks all the fights that you've done, which means that anything that you've killed, except for unique and boss monsters, it comes back to life. Whoops. So yeah, that's the thing. And you can do it as many times as you want. And so we're going to move, right? So here's our little map here. We're down at 1, so we can go to 3 or 2. I don't know what they are. Does it say what they are? A quiet village along the coast is number 2, and an ominous forest to the north, number 3. Boy, well, there's probably better stuff in the forest, but it seems like there's more opportunities in the second one. The only real limit to traveling is the day and night phases. I don't know how bad that is. So I have mine to go to the village first. So yeah, let's travel to the village. And that means we're going to click off 1 for our move here. Boom. And let's go to the Rune Cam. So let's go to the village. Number 2, the village of Teresh. Clearly abandoned, though there are some signs of recent visitors. This place is quiet as a grave. Probably going forward, I think it'd probably be cool to do these as keeper pages, because it looks like there are things to check off. So I'll just keep those in the notes for now. Like I said, tweaking it. So during the day, which is what we are, we can search. We'll get a healing vial. Great, I'm going to do that. And I think you have to do these in order. So some things have a fight, like during night here. There's a fight first, and you can't delve until you fight. So I'm going to use an action to search and get a healing vial, and that's recover 2 health during exploration. So I'm just going to write that in our keeper here. So tick a tick for taking an action, and I'll just have a healing vial. Heal 2 during exploration. And that just means I have to be out of combat to do it. I can't pop a potion during combat. Why not? Let's format it to the top. Great. Awesome. And then learn. I guess I'm going to increase my lore. No remains to be found anywhere. The valuables of every home still in place, waiting for their owner's return. Drag marks lead to a locked cellar door. Gross. Cool. So I'm going to check off search and learn, and that's going to be another tick on my clock, like that. And I should probably click it on a spreadsheet, not on OBS. Cool. And that bumps my lore up to 1. I'm just gonna make a little tally down here. Area 2. I'll put some checkboxes in. Why not? Insert some checkboxes. Search and learn. Check and check. Awesome. Easy. This place is a piece of cake. No problem. No problem at all. Back to our rune cam. So from the village, we can go back to safety, to the forest, visit a solitary structure on a nearby coast, or visit that keep on top of a hill. And that is this keep over here on the upper left. I imagine the Rune Lord is on that island over there. Since it seems safe to travel here during the day, although it will be night when I take it off, right? Let me double check. Does it take off when it's filled? When it's filled off, switch between day or night. So if I move to the forest, it'll be night. I don't know what happens at night. Let's find out, right? We can respawn. Cool. So I'm going to tick off a night on here, keeper, and boy, I need to make a better way to do this because ticked it off, reset it, and I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna bring night up. Super handy. Cool. So now it is. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change the background color. Cool. So it is night now, and we are at location 3, this forest on the right side here. Awesome. So, and this is what monsters look like. I'm sure we'll find some monsters here. So we're at the gnarled tree in the forest. Among a grove of vibrant life, a lone tree sits, twisted, writhing, alive and dead. Oh, check it out. We avoided a fight during the day. It is night. So we can delve by sacrificing 2 health to the gnarled tree. Yeah, that seems like a good deal. I've got my potion, right? So I'm going to mark this on my spreadsheet here. How about that? So I'm going to say area 2. I'll leave some space here. Area 3, and this is night. I'm going to delve. And I'll put a checkbox here to check off. Why not? Boop. So I'm going to sacrifice 2 health, which takes me down to 8. Then I'm going to use my healing vial, so that brings me back up to 10. So even Steven. And that is going to, like we say here, increase my lore by 1 and permanently reduce my health. Oh, I thought it was going to increase my health. Well, poo. Yeah, you know what? Lore's probably good. It wouldn't be there for no reason. So maximum health is going to be 8. Yikes. So I'm going to hang on to that, actually, potion instead. So let's undo that. Still got a potion. And this is going to be 8 out of 8 now instead of 8 out of 10. Yikes. Okay, cool. It'll probably be fine. It wouldn't be there if it wasn't fine, right? So let's take a look at the rune gam. Oh, and increase my lore by 1. Let me pop that over here. Great. So, the tree's roots drink the spilled blood, a content sigh resonating from the trunk. A voice rings out. The boatman requires the stars to navigate the seas. We increase lore by 1. Cool. That's gross. And I did an action, so I'm going to click off another action over here. You don't have to watch me do it. Cool. From the gnarled tree, we can go back to the sigil, which we don't need to because we're all at full, although damaged. So let's go back to the village. So we're going to take a box to go back to the village. That's 2 out of 4. Oh, you can see the shifting thing over there. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but OBS. Cool. So now I'm at the village again. And I went to the tree. So I can go to the coast or the keep here. It is nighttime. I think it feels like night and day are just different so far, not necessarily better or worse. So I think it feels like going to the number 5 here is going to be a better choice because more just filling that out. So I will mark off another thing. We're 3 out of 4 on the clock. And I think it's probably going to change while we're there, right? So let's take a look at what number 5 looks. The keep. The Graven Keep. Awesome. They're the same. Doesn't matter. Ooh, it's all Delvey. Looming castle atop a hill, keeping an eye on the entire realm. Looks more like a tomb than a home. So during day and night, the Graven Keep holds this realm's rune lord. Cool, 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 cool. Once they have been slain, carve the rune into your being, and your time in this realm has ended. So I can delve. I don't have to delve. And if I do delve, I have to fight my way past 2 fights. Whew, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So I haven't even tried fighting at all yet. Wow. Yeah. Engraved before. Okay, cool. Yikes. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Or do we? Let's just see how combat goes. How bad can it be? Let's just do combat. So I'm going to click off. Let's go back to our keeper. I'm going to click off our last knight to do that action. There's got to be a better way to do this. That's not manual. It is day mode now. Here we go. Click these off. Let's fight some skeletons in the daytime. So let me show you what those look like over here. So I think they have, yeah. So these are our monsters. So zealots have health 3. They can attack things on the same square. Squares can hold 2 things, or adjacent squares, and those are only up and down, left and right, not diagonal. So they can attack in either of those. And I'm going to roll dice for these guys to see what they do. Skeletons have a little bit more health. They're undead, and they have the same range. And it looks like skeletons move and harm mostly, and zealots are maybe a little bit have a bigger punch there. Overwhelm deals 1 harm for every adjacent enemy. Oh, that sounds bad. Yeah, I don't want that. Cool. So let's just fight some skeletons, shall we? So I'm gonna put over on our keeper here. This was area 5. I'll put it over here. Let's take a look at the keeper. Area 5. Doesn't matter whether it's day or night. Let's do a delve 1. And I'm going to put a bunch of checkboxes here because we're going to use them. Delve 2. 3. Cool. So we're going to try delve 1. And that was our tick there. So let's move into combat. So again, our 2 enemies are. So we've got three skeletons at first. A1 through 3. So I don't know how this is going to work. I've made some fancy things that are probably just dumb. But here's our skellies. And since there's only the skeletons, I'm not going to put anything in here. I could just do skell. I could be skell. It's not letting me type. Why not? There. Skell. Or I can just put a big S for these. And my engraved starts at C2. C2. So, boop, engraved. That's a me. Awesome. So that's how combat starts out. I'll pop that up. So basically, over on the right-hand side, you can see here, we're going to roll dice for the enemy actions. We're going to move the enemies, and if there's any actions they take that don't do harm, some things like summon things, which sounds like a nightmare, they'll do that then. Then I'm going to do any actions I need to take. I don't think I'm going to have much right now. Then I'm going to move according to my... Oh, sorry. The actions are when I roll dice to do my thing. Then I'm going to move according to what I put down. And then we deal harm simultaneously and do that until someone's dead. Probably me. And again, this might be a little bit clunky, but I'll fix it in... not in post, and later. Cool. So our skeletons look like... I should have skeleton cards on here too. I'm just gonna paste that right now so y'all can see. Why not? I'm super good at. Oh, that's right. Cool. So we have our handy dandy dice roller up there. Great. So I'm going to roll 3 dice, one for each skeleton. I think this is how it works. If not, we'll figure it out. I'm going to roll 3 dice, one for each skeleton, and that will say what they do. When they move, they're always going to try to move towards me up to their shortest range. So if it was like an archer and their range was 2 to 3, they wouldn't move any closer than they could hit me. Skeletons can get right up on me, so they're gonna just move towards me until they're at me. And I think we both do same and adjacent, so this is gonna be rough. Cool. So first, determine enemy actions. Let me go to the dice roller. Where's my dice roller? There it is. So I'm going to do 3d6 for skellies. And see what we get. 5. Oh, I don't think this is going to be good. 5, 4, and 5. So the top one is going to move 1 and do harm 2, if so. Next one's going to do 5, 4, 5. Move 1, harm 2, move 1, harm 1, and move 1, harm 2. So I'm going to move them in order. I think I can copy and paste this, right? So this guy's going to go from here to here. I did it bad. This guy's going to go from here to here. Boom. This guy's going to go from here to here. Yeah, I made this way too clunky. And this guy's going to go from here to here. Great. Cool. And so that middle one would do harm 1. The other 2 are going to do harm 2 to... You can't see my cursor. Can you see when I'm highlighting stuff? Yeah. So if they were here in C1 or C3, and they were doing damage now, I'd be in a big trouble. But that's not happening right now. So moved enemies. Now we roll for my actions. So my actions depend on my stamina, which is 2. I have 2 dice to roll, and my things here. So I also want to keep my stuff in mind. I can use my weapon twice in a single round if I need to, and if I get doubles, I heal 1. A couple things to keep track of, but not too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll my 2 dice. Sword and shield. Amazing. So, I rolled a 1 and a 2. So there's a couple things that I can... So the 1 I can't do anything with. The 2 I can use for my longsword. Or I can add them together and do a 3, which means I could block 1 or move 1, harm 2. So the situation we've got here... Or, I'm sorry, move 1, harm 2? That's right, yeah. Did I want to do that? Let me think. So this is our situation here. Skellies do... this Skelly here is doing 1 harm. We have our 5, 4, 5. So I could sit there and block that harm if I wanted to. And if I'd taken that other thing, I'd be able to move as well. Oh well. Live and learn, or die and learn. So I could sit there and soak up that harm, and everything would be fine until next round. There's 3 skeletons, and there's not a lot of room to move around here. And they have 4 health each. How am I going to track that? Okay. Note to self, put monster tracker on the combat screen. So I could not move. I don't have to move. And I could do a couple points of damage to that. Yeah. So the best I can do is harm 3, right? So it's going to take me 2 rounds to take down a skeleton, no matter what. Which means I just want to stay away from them while they're not doing damage and lean into them when they... No, I want to stay away from them when they are doing damage, and when they're doing no damage or less damage, I want to hit them as hard as I can. I mean, either way, I think I'm going to wind up there. So again, 2 options. I could run away and the only real option for that is to go to D2, which means that there's a chance that they're going to surround me. They could, move 2 and just pummel me. Or I could take a swing at this guy. I feel like they're going to move anyway. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take a swing at this guy. So I'm going to stay where I am, disregarding my move 1. I'm just going to do harm 2 with my sword by adding the 1 and the 2. So cool. I'm going to just put the health here. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't I do that? S4, S2, S4. Cool. Move engraved. Deal harm, other action. So that 2 is from that. He's going to do 1 harm to me. So I'm just going to mark that on here. My health is now 7 of 8. Oh, it thinks it's a date. Oh, buddy. No. Let me do this instead. 7 bar 8. I will fix that too. Health and max health would be useful. Notes. Cool. And that is how a round of combat works. Let's keep doing it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, cool. Determine enemy actions. That's gonna be 3 dice again. Okay, I should make a saved roll for this. Or maybe not. Whatever. Create a new offline roll. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not gonna help. Never mind. I don't need to futz with the dice roller. Skellies. Low. Yes. Okay, cool. 3, 1, and 3. So looking at our skeletons, that means the outside ones, the ones in B1 and B3, are going to move 1 and harm 1. And my middle guy is going to do the same thing. Everyone's going to be moving 1, harming 1. It'd be a lot cooler if they did, but whatever. So this is as good as it's going to get for me. So everyone's moving 1, harming 1. So I'm going to move my enemies first, and they want to move closer to me. So check this out. I'm going to move this guy first. So take him off. S4. Blam. I'm going to move this guy next. Notice there are 2 spots in each one. They can move right up on top of me. Gross. So S4 goes here as well. And so these guys are all going to 1 harm me if I don't do something. So which means I would take 3 harm, which would take me down to 5, which seems like a lot. I should probably link up my health up here too. Make a little... Let's do that. I can put buttons in that do a thing. Yeah, okay, I can make this fancy. I'm not going to yet. I don't need to build a web app yet. I will eventually. Enemies are moved. They don't have any no harm actions. They just have tattered clothing covering the animated dead. Cool. So now I'm going to roll for my actions. So that's 2 dice for me. Roll with me. I'm going to stop labeling these just because it's less typing. 2 and a 2. Literally nothing. So that means I can't do anything straight up because I, again, have my sword and... Oh, wait. But wait. I rolled a 2 and a 2, which means that my rune is going to pop, or my amulet is going to pop off. So at the end of this round, I'm going to heal 1 harm, no matter what. That's good news for me. So again, I can add the 2 and the 2. I could do the shield, block 1. I'm getting 3 harm. That doesn't sound like a great idea. Or I can do my move 1, harm 2 again. So here's the thing. It feels like there's 2 things I could do. And I think I'm going to do the first one. I'm not even going to say what the second one is because it's dumb. I'm just going to move adjacent to this guy and do my 2 harm to him. He'll do a harm to me, and I'll heal it back, and he'll be out. And that's going to make my life so much better. So Mr. E is going over here. Pop, pop. Cool. So move engraved, and then we will deal harm. So I'm going to deal 2 harm to the skeleton adjacent to me, which is Mr. S2, and Mr. S2 goes goodbye. He will also deal a harm to me, but since I rolled doubles, I'm going to heal it right back, so I'm not going to bother marking it and putting it back. Cool. Things just became a lot more manageable. 3 skeletons was very scary. One of the other things that we don't have in this one, we can also mark permanent or dangerous terrain. Permanent terrain you can't move through. Dangerous terrain has different effects depending on what the realm is. This is just the open field, so none of that yet. Cool. Back to the top. Determine enemy actions. Now I'm only rolling for 2 skeletons, so I don't have to change my dice roll. Oh. 6 and a 5. Cool. So one's going to move 1, harm 2. One's going to move 2, harm 2. Fucking A. Great. Cool. Let's move those enemies then. Move 2, harm 2 is going to get right on top of me. He's going to go 1, 2. And move 1, harm 2 is going to move right next to me. You know what? I should do that automatically. Those buttons. I can do that because it's Google Sheets. I'll fix it in post. Cool. That's great. So they're both going to do 2 harm to me as it sits. I need to not be where that is. So as long as I don't roll snake eyes, I should be good. He said, rolling snake eyes. Let's go ahead and roll for engraved actions. The exact same roll, 6 and a 5. Again, we can tell because we have history. That's cool. Okay, so taking a look at my sword and shield, I have some options. 5 is the same for basic shield, so I'll drop the 5 there. Longsword, I'm going to put the 6 in. Move 1, harm 3. That's cool. So I'm going to take 2 harm from both of those guys anyway. But I'm also going to block 2. So that is great news for me. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I can move 2. Oh, yeah. So I want to get away from these guys a little bit. So I'm going to be moving 2, blocking 2, and harming 3. So, but I don't want to get all the way from these guys, and I don't know if I want to get pinned up in this corner up here, but this corner is the same. So I think what I'm going to do is move. I mean, moving 2 doesn't matter if I'm in C2 or C3. So I'm going to get over here to C2 just so I'm not hit by both. So I'm moving 1 instead of 2. And now we're going to deal harm. So I'm blocking 2. Both skeletons are harming 2. Guy in B3 doesn't do anything. Guy in S4 does 2. I block it. No damage to me. I do 3 harm to him, though, so he's down to 1. So even if I roll a 2, I can knock him up. Whew. Okay. Things are looking up. Let's roll for our skellies again. So they're both doing their 3 and 1 action here. Move 1, harm 1. I'm going to move him. He moves over here. And he will move close to me. They're isomorphic, so there we go there. Great. I'm feeling better now. Let's roll for me. 2 and a 1. Awesome. Great. That's not great for me. A 2 and a 1, so I can do nothing and just harm 1, which seems bad because that I'm going to take a bunch of harm. Or I can add them up, move 1, harm 2. That sounds like a great idea to me. Do I want to finish him off, or do I want to put some hurt on the other guy? They're both going to do, or maybe I should have just gotten away, but here we are. I am going to move down here, I think. So I can harm this guy. I'll take harm from him, but What are you gonna do? Cool. So I'm doing 2 harm to this guy. He gets boomed. Great. But not before doing 2 harm to me. I don't have any block this time, so I'm down to 5 health. Yikes. I'm feeling okay so far. This is going to be fine. And the other one doesn't do anything. Back to the top of the order. We're only rolling 1 dice for Mr. Skelly now, so that is a 6. Skells are having a good time. So he's going to move right on top of me, because that's what they do. Oops. And he's still got all of his hit points. So he will do 2 harm if I'm sitting next to him. There's a very good chance I will not. There's no way I can do 4 damage, so there's no reason to take that damage. Let's roll for me. Let's roll for me. A 1 and a 2 again. Yikes. Why? Why? So again, I'm just going to add 1 and a 2 to get a 3. Do move 1, harm 2. I'm just going to get away from him because I don't want to get hit. And I'm going to give myself some. Well, I'm moving 1, harming 2. Yeah, I'm just going to move 1 away. Bloop. And no harm done. Back to the top. Skelly roll 2. Excellent. So he's going to move 1, harm 1. He will move up on top of me. And right now it feels like this is just a lumberjack match with different terrain and different abilities and stuff. It's going to get nuts. Cool. Let's see what my roll is. I'm going to need 2 hits anyway to do anything. Oh, unless. Ho, ho, ho. That's a 1 and a 6. That does not help me. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of my weapons twice because I got my sweet rune. Once per fight, I can use a weapon twice in a single round. Roll for each use. Cool. So I'm going to do that. What does that mean? That probably doesn't mean that I roll. I don't think I'm rolling again, so I don't think this is going to do me any good. Never mind. Because I have a 1 and a 6, and that would do nothing. I could block. I'm not going to take any less damage. There's no reason for me not to do damage to him. So I'm just going to stay where I am because I can't get away. So I'm going to stay where I am, do 3 harm. He's down to 1. He's going to do 1 harm to me. So that takes me down to 4, which is not great. And we go back to the top. And this is probably going to be our last round unless something catastrophic happens. A 5. Let's hope I move well. So a 5 for him is move 1, harm 2. He is right where he wants to be, so he's not going to move. Let me roll. Maybe I can get a good block in there. That would actually be the best. Let's see what happens. Double 6s. This is the best. Great. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to heal 1 at the end of this round, which I love. I can move 1, harm 3, and then move 1, block 2. I'm not going to move at all. I'm going to do 3 harm, block 2, take no damage, and shatter those bones all over the place. Kabam. And we win the fight. So that's how super basic combat works there. Let's see what happens next. Next, I'm doing another fight. Oh, let me get my hit point back. I need that hit point. So I was at 4. I'm up to 5. I don't think anything special happens for me at the end of combat right now. So yeah, we're just back to doing a thing, which is the next fight. 2 zealots, 1 at A3 and D4. So I'm going to drop those on the map here. A3, that's a Z, and zealots have how many hit points? 3. Oh, babies. So that's an A3 and Z3. A3 and I can just look at the stream. A3 and D4. And then 2 skeletons. Cool. B1 and 2. Oh. And then put me at B4. Oh, I see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to get murdered here. This is fine. I would like to fight this guy. Cool. What is there to do when you're not fighting? So when you're not fighting, you can explore on the map. So there's you can here they are. You can search, learn, fight, and delve. Otherwise, you're moving between locations on the map here, and taking off the clock and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fights. It's like some other Gila games, it's kind of video game based. So it's mostly about rolling up the fights, and then it's got a little roguelike action in there. So as you get stuff, you keep your stuff when you die. So I haven't gotten any stuff though. I'm looking for some stuff, maybe on that island. But I expect that I'm going to die here, and I'll go back to the beginning. But it looks like, so as long as I beat these guys, next time I come here, I'm going to have less of a hard time before I get to the guy. And I think I have, I have lore 2 now, so I could, next time I come here, I can fight those guys. Great. Oh, I see. It's not that. It's each time you come here. Oh, I could have just fought those guys. So I think I did the second delve. I don't have to fight these guys. I do have to fight the Rune Lord, though. So these aren't sequentials. These are one at a times. I get it. And these ones require lore +2, lore +4. So if I have lore 2, which I do, I can just fight the 3 skeletons, which I just did, and then fight the Rune Lord, who is going to murder me. How do I know? Let's take a look. Where's the Rune Lord? That's the Rune Lord. Cool, so I'm going to set up the battle for him instead. Fighting those 4 guys would have also murdered me, but, murder is what it is. Boom, that. Yeah, I got to make this sheet a little bit easier to use. Cool, so, hey, here's some stuff. So, engraved, I'm going to start at A1. So let me put myself up there. And we'll see what a Rune Lord looks like. And Rune Lord goes down at C4. I'll put down him there. And he's got how many hit points? 7. That's fine. Yeah, that'll be great. Fine, no problem. It's just like 2 skeletons. And also, so these are permanent terrain. So those are impassable. So I'll click those off there. Boom, boom. And you can't move diagonally. So this is going to be fun. Cool. A swirling storm in a night sky hangs eternally over a courtyard. An ancient armored form assembles itself before you, a spectral glow beneath the plate. Cursed and enraged, you face the ruined king. Cool. So here's our ruined king. Phase 1. I'll screenshot that so it's over there. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad time. This is gonna be a really bad time. Let's see what that looks like. So here's our permanent terrain here. So that's cool. Let's just move the skelly over here out of harm's way. We'll paste our big old Rune Lord here. Google Sheets is great for everything except for images. There we go. Okay. Cool. So, yikes. Okay, so yeah, let's just get killed here. Let's just get murdered. So, determine enemy actions. He only has 1 die. So, what a baby. Get my dice roller closer to the there. There we go. Cool. Cool. So Rune has one die, and he is going to roll a 2. Ha! Easy. So this tells us that he is going to move 1, harm 2, and block 1. So he wants to get closer to me. He's going to move this way because that's the way I'm at. Great. E7. No, that's me. That's me. I'm just going to move him closer to me first before I move myself back. R7. Cool. That's me up there. That was a bad idea. E. Engraved. Cool. Now I roll for my actions. 2 dice. A 4 and a 1. Not the worst, but not the best. So he's just going to do harm 1. This is where I want to get up to him and hit him. I don't think I can. Because with a 4 and a 1, I can do nothing and move 1 harm 2. Or I can add them together and do the same. I kind of want to keep... Well, I don't know. I'm going to get closer to him. I'm going to move 1 either way, right? So yeah, I'm just going to do what I just undid here. Great. So I'm going to move closer to him. Nobody can hit. Let's see what he does next. A 6. So he's going to move 2, harm 3, block 1. Which means he's going to get right up on me. And his range is same and adjacent, just like me. Which tells me next time, after I die, maybe I should take different weapons. So, different weapons have different ranges. There's a sling that has a range 2 or 3, which means that it's hard for me to keep up front. But I could take a sword and a sling. That just means I can't block, which probably would have gotten me killed with the skeletons. But whatever. Definitely want to stay away from that dude and damage him. So next time, a sling for sure, because I think even in the best of cases, he's just gonna straight up murder me. My turn to roll. No, my turn to do the thing. No, he just rolled. It's getting late, y'all. A 4 and a 6, respectable. So that gets me. So I can move 1, harm 2, and move 1, block 2. So I can actually move and hit him and not take damage, right? No, because he did a 6. So he's gonna do 3. That's bad. This is bad. Or I could. Do I want to do harm for? I kind of want to. 4 and a 6. A risky move. So I don't think I'm going to move. I want to keep myself able to move around a little bit. I reckon he's just going to chase me around this circle, making this kind of a one-dimensional terrain. But that would make the sling harder to use. Yikes. Okay, what I'm going to do? I'm going to block 1. I'm going to move 1, harm 3. So, I'm going to do 3 harm to him, which takes him down to 4. He's going to do 3 harm to me. Oh, no, down to 5 because he blocks 1. I should just run. I'm not going to do that. That's dumb. I'm going to move 1. I'm just going to get back here. Yeah, because I got to do... He's going to block 1 anyway, but... Yeah, I don't want to take that damage while he's getting blocked. Cool. Exciting running away. Let's roll for him again. Flick, flick, flick. 2. Much better. So he's going to move 1, harm 2, block 1. So he's going to run up on me here. And I'm going to roll 2 dice. And get a 3. 2 and 1. Will do. I can do 2 harm. no block, which will do 1 harm. Or I could run. Let's run. I feel like this fight I'm just going to be kind of staying away from him until I get a good roll. And he gets a bad roll at the same time. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I need different weapons for this guy, I think. His move, a 2, great. So he's going to chase me over here. Still have not done any damage to him. Yeah, I think I need to fix this so that if there's an E in there, it's just green. If there's anything else, it's red. So I don't have to check the boxes every time. That's easy to do, but not right now. Right now, fighting. A 5 and a 2. That's not terrible. That lets me... I want to do harm 1 and then move 1, block 2. And that harm's not going to do anything. Or I could move 1, harm 2, and harm 1, and block nothing, which would at least take 2 harm on him. I take 1, which is the same outcome as last time. Let's do it. I'm going to use my power to use my longsword twice. I'm going to harm 1 and then move 1, harm 2. I'm not going to move so I can hit him, so I'm just going to do harm 3, no blocking, which means that he is going to do 1 harm. He's going to do 2 harm to me. Yikes. This is rough. Youch. He's going to do 2 harm to me. This is going to be over real soon. I'm going to do 1, 2 to him, so he's down to 5. Boom. Yeah, okay. I need armor is what I'm hearing from this somehow. Let's see what his move is. A 6, of course. So yeah, he's just going to get up on me. M2. And that would be harm 3, block 1. Let's see what I get to do. A 6 and a 3. So he's doing 3 harm. I can block 2 of that. And the 3 will let me do harm 2 with shield block 1. So we'll trade 1 harm each. I think that's fair. I think I'm out anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be a slaughter. All right, let's see what he does. Oops. A 3. Cool. So move 1, harm 2, block 1. He's on top of me. A 2 and a 4. Okay. If I don't block, he's going to take me out. So block 1, harm 1. That's not going to do anything. He's just going to do 1 point. You know what? I think he's just going to kill me. I'm gonna take the hit. I don't think there's any way I can do this. So I'm going to take the hit. He's gonna whack me. Goodbye, engraved. And so that takes me back. To area 1. So when you die, things happen here. I'm gonna get that death penalty, so I'll put the curse on my sheet. Cursed. Let's add that there. I should make a little checkbox for that too. Cool. So let me make a roll and see what my curse is here. My curse is going to be... Oh, that's a 1. Great. So the curse is going to be -1 move in combat. Write that down. First round. Great. Yeah, that's fine. That's great. So yeah, so I'm back at 1. It is... I think it is still daytime, right? Where's all my stuff? There it is. It is daytime. Oh, no, it is... What did I do? Is it daytime or nighttime? Day, night. It's daytime. I think, right? It must be daytime. Who knows? Let's say it's day. It's bright day. bright and lovely day. Cool. I think this is all I wanted to get out of it today. I just want to get a feel for the combat, which I did. The skeletons were a little hectic. The boss, I'm going to have to think about. So I'm going to call it here today, I think. I'll show you. It says, Rune King. Man, I don't understand how you're supposed to beat bosses, but I'm sure you can since they've done this. There's range. It says what you do when you die. Sometimes death. Die, find the ends immediately. Not marked as completed. Fine. That's not the end. Back to full health. Fantastic. I'll mark that up. So I'm back up to 8. Great. Maybe that whole tree thing was not a great idea. And that's it. So yeah, that is the basics of Rune. I feel like this is the kind of tutorial level here, or tutorial realm. Yeah, it feels like having just a one-on-one thing when you only have both have the same weapons. It's just kind of like a lumberjacky slog. But I imagine as you get more stuff, get different weapons, try different combinations. I think the fun here is going to be trying different combinations. What I need to do on my end, if I'm going to keep playing with this keeper, is make it a little less clunky to move things around, so it can go a little bit faster. Because I think there's going to be times like that where there's going to be chasing around or waiting for a good roll or going back and forth like that. So, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm going to play this some more. I'm doing the I've signed myself up for the Ladder of Insanity challenge that Rich Rogers is doing on RPG Geek. So I'm logging all my plays on RPG Geek. This will be my first play ever of Rune. The ladder is got 10 rungs. First rung, if you have one play of one game, you're on the first rung. If you have 2 plays of 2 games, you're on the second rung. If you have 3 plays of 3 games, you're on the third rung, and so on until you have 10 plays of 10 different games. But this year, then you will have climbed the Ladder of Insanity. I can show you. I can jump this over here. Hey, we're not playing this anymore. We are looking at a different spreadsheet. Hey, look, here's my game spreadsheet for this month. I'm going to mark my play of Rune. It is still the 29th. I played a LARP this morning. So as of today, this year / this month so far, I have 26 plays in 16 different systems. And I have, because of my Swords of the Serpentine, Galaxies in Peril, and Trophy Gold, I'm on rung 3 of the Ladder Insanity. I will not be playing any more Swords of the Serpentine. We can talk about that anytime you want. Join my Discord. But over on the right here, I have some potential candidates for the ladder. I'm in a long-term Galaxies in Peril campaign, so that's definitely going to be 10 plays. Just started a long-term Mouse Rider campaign, which you can see on my YouTubes, which looks like it's going to be a hoot. There's no owls yet. There's a cat. And we'll definitely get at least 10 plays out of that, I think, unless people just decide they hate it at some point, which I don't think they're going to be because mice are cute. Trophy Gold is just going to happen regardless. I think that, I'm just going to... I got... how many plays of Trophy Gold did I get last year? Trophy Gold, where I definitely played it last year. Where is it? Trophy Dark. Oh, it's up top. I got 5 plays last year. I wasn't really trying, so... and those are just playing in other people's games. I have a mind to run Roots of Kaldur at some point, which is the mega dungeon that comes in the Kickstarter Trophy Gold book. Looks fantastic. Looks nuts. I have no idea how I would run it. I think I would run it one step at a time, just like anything else. So if anyone is watching this and wants to play Trophy Gold, sign up for Roots of Kaldur sometime. We'll figure it out. I've never played Band of Blades. I've read it. It looks like a thing I'd be super into. If I could trick someone into running it for me, I'd love to do that. Otherwise, guess what? I'm doing like a mega game of Beam Saber we've got it's Kaliscon. We've got Beam Saber is a like mech game, Forged in the Dark. Uh, so we're doing. I think there's six different squads of 4 or 5 people, all playing in the same setting, and we're gonna play. I think we're playing like 9, which is whatever. But we're all playing like weekly games, uptime and downtime, in the same setting, and things are gonna influence you learn. And that's gonna be a huge mess, and it's gonna be great. So that's definitely. I'll throw an extra player or two on there to get that. I would love to run Ghosts of El Paso. I love the Between. Um, Ghost hunting in 1800s Texas sounds lit. Rune, I can play as much as I want, so let's do this. Starforged, definitely getting back to the Starforged campaign, so that's a solo game too. I can knock out 10 of that. Trophy Dark, I can do that easy. There's lots of folks who want to run Trophy Dark, and I'm good at it, so anytime. And they're all like one shots, so anytime anyone wants to play Trophy Dark, let me know, and I'll run it for you. And then the Wizard's Grimoire, that one's fun because it's a one-player game, but there's 2 GMs, and they don't have to be the same GM from time to time. So anytime I want to, I can say, hey, 2 random people that I know you want to GM me being a wizard. And so that seems like it's a good candidate for a lot of pickup plays. And, this will take a while. I've got a year. I don't need to do it all in January. We're playing weekly games and maybe missing 1 or 2. So 3 months for Galaxies and Mouse Ritter, and then the rest as they come. So, yeah. Anyway, that's not what you came here for. If you're here at all, ooh, ghosts. So anyway, that is the thing. Yeah. Yeah. If Misha wants to play something, holler. Yeah, and if anyone happens to be watching this that I don't know, shout at me, come on the Discord, play games. I'm happy. If any of these games look fun to you, and you haven't played them, I'm happy to run games for players, whether they've only played D&D or have never played anything at all, or have played a billion games, just not these ones. Yeah, I like running games. I like playing games. I like games. Yeah, so yeah, and this is a nice hour and change, I think, or a little bit. I don't know, maybe more. Probably less with me talking through it all at the beginning. So yeah, I want to say goodnight, hydrate a little bit, and go back to work tomorrow morning after playing 6 games this weekend. Thank you, Misha, for hanging out. Misha, woo. Great. I'll see anyone who is here later. And if you're seeing this in the future, thanks. And yeah, I'll have a better keeper next time. Stop streaming. Hit the button. Bye.